You are listening to Telling Tales by Namrata. Hello, kids. In the last episode, we heard how Kumbhakaran, Ravan's fearsome brother, was woken up to fight against Ram and Lakshman, and how Ram killed Kumbhakaran. Also, Ravan's sons entered the battlefield and all of them lost their lives. Now, let's listen to what happened next and who else came to fight against Ram, Lakshman, and the Vanar Sena. Ravan was in a state of grief because of the news of his brother Kumbhakaran and his three beloved sons' demise. Ravan's elder son, Indrajit, who is also known as Meghnad, came and comforted Ravan, saying, "I am still alive, father. No need to worry," roared Meghnad in fury. As soon as Meghnad entered the battlefield, his chariot was destroyed by Angad. This led to loss of Meghnad's temper. He had special powers of being invisible. He made himself invisible and showered arrows from the sky, killing many monkeys of the Vanar Sena. Meghnath rained poison arrows upon Ram and Lakshman. So overwhelming was this attack that the two brothers suffered many wounds. Meghnath even captured both the brothers Ram and Lakshman using the divine weapon called Nagpash, which was a trap made of millions of snakes. Both the brothers fell on the ground breathless. Seeing this, Hanuman approached Garuda, who was the flying vehicle of Lord Narayan, and pleaded with him to rescue Ram and Lakshman. Snakes were Garuda's staple diet, and so he freed them from Nagapash. Both Ram and Lakshman again stood up to fight. However, such was the rage of Meghnad's attack that everyone failed to stop him from wreaking havoc. The end of Meghnad in the war seemed impossible. Lakshman kept fighting. When Meghnad realized that Lakshman could not be won over, he decided to use his supreme magical powers. He disappeared into the sky and used the mighty arrow called Shakti against Lakshman. As the arrow hit Lakshman, he fell on the ground, unconscious, and was on the verge of dying. Ram feared for his brother's life when he saw him lying senseless in a pool of blood. Looking at the situation, Hanuman and monkeys took advice from Vaidya, who is a herbal doctor named Sushena. The Vaidya said, "If Lakshman is not treated with Sanjeevani booty, he would die the next morning. It is found only on the Himalaya mountains," said Sushena, giving them a warning. Sanjeevani booty was a particular type of herb, but how would they be able to collect the herbs from such a distant place and return before next morning? Ram's heart sank. But there was one person who could do this. Yes, Hanuman. He could fly from Lanka to the Himalayas, and he decided to do so without wasting another second. When Hanuman landed on the Himalayan mountain, he found 1,000,000 different varieties of herbs. He had no idea which were the right ones that would save Lakshman's life. Hanuman felt that the only solution to this was to pick up the whole mountain and take it to the plain where Lakshman lay. That is exactly what he did. He flew all over with the mountain in the palm of his one hand. Such was the valor and dedication of Hanuman. Once Hanuman returned, Sushen quickly made a potion out of the herbs and made Lakshman inhale the vapors. The potion worked like magic, and the strength quickly began seeping back in Lakshman's body. The next morning, Lakshman was all fit to fight again against Meghnad. When Meghnath came to know that Lakshman had survived again, he broiled in anger. Again, fierce battle ensued, and unable to injure Lakshman by normal means, Meghnad resorted to the use of 3 supreme weapons on Lakshman. To Meghnad's great shock and dismay, each of the 3 weapons refused to even touch Lakshman. Meghnad realized that Lakshman was no ordinary human. Later, after many fierce exchanges of weapons, finally, Lakshman used the fatal Indrastra to sever Meghnad's head from his body. Wondering how Lakshman was able to defeat all-powerful Meghnad? Well, it was sage Agastya who had told Lord Ram that Meghnad was braver than Ravan and only Lakshman could kill him. Even though Meghnad had many supreme powers, he could be killed by a warrior who had not slept for 14 years. And that was Lakshman. Interesting, isn't it? Well, now let's hear in the next episode what happens when Ravan finally comes to the battlefield. Stay tuned.